Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Listen to Your Inner You. I don't know why the colors are weird today on the video, but that's what you get. My website is listentoyourinneryou.com. My Facebook page has the same Listen to Your Inner You name, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Soul Shines Photography. I always love having new friends on there, and if you want me to follow you, let me know. I wanted to talk about Everyone Is You Pushed Out and affirmations today. So, I know that's the trend right now is affirmations. Stick to them, get what you want. But honestly, do affirmations about the other people make you feel good. Because every time I fall into the trap of concentrating on what I want on the other person, I feel worse. It doesn't make me feel good. Affirmations do not make me feel good. Again, I try to say it as often as possible. I like affirmations for changing beliefs, core beliefs, any other beliefs. And that's when I try to do them the only time, right? So I told you guys in one of my live videos that 2 weeks ago I was setting up affirmations about the guy I'm dating, and I set them up like he talks and texts me a lot, he spends a lot of time with me. It was a bunch of affirmations like that, right? But they didn't make me feel good. And usually affirmations take between 8 to 14 days to actually kick in, right? So it takes a little bit of time. And they weren't kicking in very properly. They were really spotty. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I was getting frustrated because I wasn't seeing the results. I'm like, this is stupid. Well, every time I start going back to affirmations and everyone is me pushed out and concentrating on the other person, I just end up not being happy. It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel satisfied or fulfilled. It just doesn't feel good. So my go-to is always, and you're going to roll your eyes because it's gratitude. Honestly, gratitude is, I think, one of the most underrated, talked about things in the manifesting community right now. But I swear to you, gratitude gives me much faster results than anything else. Again, gratitude puts your focus right where you want it to be. Gratitude appreciates the current reality, which is acceptance, which releases resistance and detachment, and detaches you. And it just feels good. It raises your vibration, makes you feel good. So I switched all of my affirmations. I threw the whole list out. I had like 25 to 30 and everything was spotty and half of them weren't even kicking in. I'm like, this is stupid. So stepping back and starting over with gratitude, saying, I love how much he texts me. I love how often he calls me. Oh my God, I do. I love how much time we spend together. I love how it feels when he pursues me. I love that he always calls me babe. I love that we do so much together. I love how much time we spend together. I may have said that one. I love that we're really close. I love that we talk about everything together. I love how open we are with each other. I love blah, 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 blah. That makes me feel much better. And it's actually about me and him. And it gets me in the right focus. It gets me in the right vibration. Makes me feel good. And, and it helps me detach and release resistance because you're living in the end. I'm living in the end. When I say I love how much he cares about me, I love how much he pursues me, that is me living in the end, right? That's all it is. And living in the end means you are detached. So you have to remember that part. But again, I'm so tired of all these affirmations. And every time I make affirmations about the other person, I don't feel good. I don't get the results I want. I get frustrated. So I just wanted to share this with you because honestly, I think gratitude is the best exercise that's out there. It is so helpful. It can get you right into the feeling of, it makes you feel better. It gets your focus right every single time because you're focusing what you have and what you want. You can do gratitude for the past, the present, and the future. For example, I could say, I love how much time we spend together. I love when we go to events together. I love that he tells me that he loves me. Or I love when he tells me that he loves me. You know, that hasn't happened yet. But that's a future thing. So you're stating what you want, right? Which is manifesting. And you're focusing on it. You're living in it. It's happening right now. Gratitude is about right now, which is where we manifest. We only manifest in the right now, not in the future, not in the past. Past doesn't exist anymore, neither does the future. So the right now is the only thing that ever matters, right? Therefore, gratitude, I'm gonna tell you guys to do more gratitude. Skip the affirmations. Throw all the damn affirmations out. Unless you're changing a belief, throw the damn affirmations out. Are they working for you? If they're working for you, then great. But the ones that aren't working for you, turn them into gratitude. Because you know what? It works so much better. I got almost instant results when I changed it. Almost instant results. Within hours, he completely changed. He was more loving. He started calling me babe nonstop. He was more giving. He was more kissy and huggy even more than he was before. He actually said out loud that we're dating, which I've been waiting for 6 weeks. I'm like, jeez. And he took phone calls next to me, which hasn't happened until now. I'm like, Jesus, wow, I changed everything within hours just by switching to gratitude, because gratitude is about you. So you could make a list about what you want from the other person and make it gratitude, right? So I love him, her. I love how much attention he or she gives me. I love how much time he or she spends with me. I love how much he or she texts or calls me, etc., etc. And then make a list about your perfect relationship. Thank you, Amy. Credit goes to Amy. She pulled me out of that hole. So make a list about your perfect relationship and make it a gratitude. I love being in the perfect relationship with the person I love, the man I love, whatever, right? Or the woman I love. Again, I think I've told you a couple of times. If I haven't, I'm going to tell you right now. Keep everything a separate manifestation. Every single thing. Because the universe has a much easier time translating it and kind of combining whatever you want if everything's separate. So keep the gratitude around the person separate from the gratitude around what you want in a relationship. So what do you want in a relationship? I want to be happily married with kids. I love being happily married with kids. I love being in the perfect relationship with the person I love. I love having the perfect relationship with the person I love. I love being happy. I love being successful at work. I love how much money I receive. I love my new vehicle, right? Again, gratitude is humongous. If you read The Secret, usually I don't advertise The Secret, but I just had a conversation with a client friend. The Secret and the follow-up after that, where you start learning how to apply these things with gratitude, so important. Gratitude is one of the most important things. I want you to take it seriously. Honestly, everyone as you pushed out works, but it works better, much, much better when we make it about us. That's why I always say make it about you. It is always about you. Listen to what you want, listen to what feels better. And then when you do the gratitude, try to stay away from words like always or all the time, because that can create resistance. That's what it did for me. Like when I was writing, he always texts and calls me all the time. I was like, there's this little twinge. And resistance, you can kind of tell if it's resistance when you say this thing and you get this little twinge or like a little stabbing or like a little discomfort, a little kind of feels a little bit off, I guess. So that's resistance usually. So when you do the gratitude and you say, I love how he or she texts me all the time, and the all the time gives you like a little stay away from the timeline. Don't include a timeline. So with gratitude, the one thing is, you know how it's usually the more specific you are in manifesting, the better, right? What you want. For example, when you're manifesting a car, say, I want a 2021 red Jeep Grand Cherokee with 0 miles, brand new, whatever, right? Be specific as you can. But when it comes to gratitude, you can be pretty unspecific. You can actually, although you're focusing on what you want, you can be a little more general. For example, I love being in the perfect relationship with the man I love or the woman I love, or I love when we spend a lot of time together. That's pretty general, right? And then keep the person separate from your manifestation, from your relationship goals. So this is pretty much very specific, a video about a specific person or your significant other. But it applies to everything in manifesting. You can make this about a vehicle, your job, money, anything. Be pretty general if you want with the gratitude, and overall, when you're asking for what you want, be specific. But gratitude is so important. It pulls me out of the slumps every single time when I get caught up in affirmations. I hate affirmations. And you know what? Most of who is watching my channel, they're fed up with affirmations. I am not an affirmation coach. This is not how I teach manifesting, nor did I did not attract my SP back the first time by doing affirmations. It was gratitude. I was using gratitude as affirmations in that sense. Like when I did my visualizations, I went, oh my God, I love that we're together. It feels so nice. This is so nice. I love this. I love that. And then kind of like an affirmation sentence. But affirmations for me are at this point strictly for changing a belief, such as me changing a belief of I am good enough, right? That's an affirmation. That's a belief. Anything could be a belief at this point. I don't want to go into that because everyone has their own setup for beliefs. But again, gratitude is really, really important because it's so successful. It is so successful. It gives me much, much faster results than affirmations. Again, affirmations usually take at least 8 days, usually 10 to 14 days before you see a change. And most of my clients keep complaining that they don't feel anything or they don't feel good. Well, if you're not feeling good or you're not feeling anything or the affirmations aren't working, start switching to gratitude and say, I love when this happens. I love that this happens. I love that this happened. You're acknowledging your current circumstances. You're appreciating it. What you appreciate, you get more of, right? What you love attracts more of it. Gratitude comes from a place of love. Again, I've mentioned this about the abundance book. He mentions in there that what you're asking for to the universe, like I want this, I want that, there's a payment. You have to pay what you're getting, right? It's like you pay money to get some bread. But that's the same with the universe. There's a cause and a reaction. So the cause or the thing that you put out is the love, and what you get back is what you asked for. Think of it that way. So you always want to come from a place of love, and gratitude is the most love you can give. And that's why it works so fast all the time. So you want to go that route. If affirmations don't work for you, if they don't make you feel good, if you're not getting results, go the route of gratitude and switch it to that, because you're focusing, you're detaching, you're releasing resistance. You're doing all of that at the same time. You're living in the end. You're actually living in the end by doing gratitude. And again, affirmations for me, I just try to stick to them when I change a belief. And I like them short because when I get triggered going through a belief, I can just spit them out real quick. It's like, no, this is this, right? But with gratitude, the nice thing about gratitude is you don't have to remember what the affirmation was. Something happens and you go, oh, I love that this happened. Or when something negative happens, look for what the positive side of it is, or turn it into a positive side, turn it into what you want it to be. For example, it's raining really hard out and I wanted to go biking and I'm upset that it's raining. I'm like, oh my God. Instead of complaining that it's raining, go to the direction of gratitude and say, oh my God, I love when the sun shines. I love being able to bike outside. I love that, right? So turn it into that. Again, I love gratitude. I love it because it comes from a place of love, whereas affirmations come from a place of not accepting where you are, not being okay with what is right now, not being okay, and you're trying to change something. As soon as you're trying to change something, you create attachment, you create resistance, and it's a very bad vibration because it's control and fear and not love. And you know what? People usually walk away from you. I have had that so many times. People, when I was doing the affirmations, I was getting half of what I wanted from him and he was still not completely in there. I do gratitude for an hour and he says that we're dating. I'm like, what the hell? It fucking works. It works every time. I'm not making this up. This is real. This just happened this week. So it works every single time. I swear to you. If your affirmations are annoying you, they're not working, you're not getting results, you're not feeling good, go to gratitude. I mean it. And again, you don't have to remember with gratitude what you're doing. You can do it spur of the moment. You don't have to remember what the story was. You don't have to remember what the affirmation was. You just say what's going on and you fucking love it. Come from a place of love. That is so important. Place of love gets you everything you want. It gets you happiness, and happiness attracts everything, right? Love and happiness attracts everything. That's just how it is. That's a really good vibration to be in. Doesn't mean you always have to be happy or feel happy. Happiness is a lifestyle. It's a state of mind. It doesn't mean that you always feel chipper and happy. I certainly don't. I feel crappy a lot of times because I'm human. But coming from a place of love means you also accept that sometimes you feel crappy, and it still gets you what you want, because you can feel what you want and still get what you want. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I think this is actually a very important video, and I really hope that all of you watch it, because it's amazing and it gets you results. It gets me results every time. Every time I do affirmations, I get frustrated because I don't see enough results. Every time I switch to gratitude, this has happened multiple times yet already. Every time I do gratitude around my real estate or my coaching, boom, it happens. I get a new client or 2 or 3 or 4. I'm like, holy moly, amazing. I'm not making this up. I mean this. I'm here to help you. I want you to feel better. And I'm sharing what I'm going through. So I want you to try this. Try gratitude. Make it a habit. Do it every day. Wake up. As soon as you wake up, say 10 things you're grateful for. And then in situations when you keep catching yourself that you're negative and you don't want that, well, accept that you don't want it, and then go to gratitude. It's fairly easy. Gratitude is one of the easiest things to do. You don't have to remember anything. It's so easy. It makes you feel better, and it's amazing. It gets you results. Let me know how it goes. Bye.